So the data mines are out, guys, and now we can check it out. What are the differences between the last dev server that we had and the actual live server release of the Spearhead update, okay? So we're here in the hangar, and we're gonna talk a little bit about it. Thank you, Zabi, for doing this. Of course, link in the description for you to help him out. And yeah, let's take a look. The first thing, guys, is obviously skins. So all the vehicles, or most of the vehicles that got added, got new skins. Of course, the bicolor one over here is my favorite of the F-15, but we have a deserty kind of one over here. We have plenty of them. I already showed them yesterday a little bit, but yeah, the festival one for the Tornado IDS, which looks pretty nice. We have one for the Su-30 Mk2, as you see, for Venezuela, which is pretty interesting. We have ones for the British Hawks over here, anniversary camouflage. Let's just wait for it to download. This looks like it bugged a little bit. Let's see if it works. Yeah, there you go. Kind of like a, kind of like a World War II one, kind of. So very, very cool, right? And then we have other ones like, for example, for the F-16 AM over here. So we have plenty of them. Not going to show every single one of them. I already showed some of them yesterday. But yeah, plenty of new skins. That would be the first one. Then we have some changes to fly models, guys. An interesting one is that this thing, the Nets mod, right? It had, or it has, right? A different tail section. It's more close to the other more advanced versions of the F-16A. And in the game, it was pretty much just the same. So the fly model itself was the same, and now it has a proper fly model. I mean, it will be just a minor change, but it is different, which is pretty good that it finally has a different fly model than the originals F-16s, right? Another bug that they fixed was, for example, for the BV-238, which is the large bomber. Let me just find where it is. There you go. This one, before it didn't have the FS. I mean, it had the FS, but it didn't work. Now it is working. So there are multiple little changes that they did here and there that are going to be fixing stuff like that, right? The Hawk 200, for example, also got its bars and everything a little bit weaker. Just going to be a little bit more realistic. The damage model of these vehicles as well. So overall, not just the damage model, but the fly model itself. So overall, just minor fixes here and there. That will make these vehicles a little bit more ready. There's another change that they did, guys. I didn't understand how exactly is that a big change. I don't think it's going to change too much of the gameplay, but apparently 90% of the aircraft, when you destroy the fuselage, also is destroying the spars, not the wings themselves. So I don't know exactly how this will change, but the spars are these little things here that basically make the structure of the actual wings. So I don't know how this is going to affect, but now it is just fixed, so I would assume something like that, right? They changed some pilot models for the J8F and F-16s. They re-enabled the helmet controlled gun control of helicopters. So all the Apaches, the AHFs, and all the other ones basically now will be able to control the gun with the helmet or something like that, something that it wasn't possible to do before. Then they were changing on the dev server. They enabled, they disabled, now it is enabled again. They updated the cockpit of the Z-11, which is the Chinese initial helicopter, which looks amazing. I mean, look at this. If you ever entered in one of these helicopters, it's just, yeah. I mean, not in the Z-11 in particular, but this is we call it a skilo, a squirrel here in Brazil. I don't know how you guys, name these helicopters, but they're very famous helicopters that were produced around the world, right? And yeah, very, very nice cockpit. We have some other changes, like, for example, the proper addition of an NCTR here for the F-15 Golden Eagle. As you see, it was a bug report that was presented for Gaijin by the players. And yeah, NCTR is now working. As you can see, it actually tells what is the target that you are trying to fire against, which is pretty good. It helps a little bit with situational awareness. Most of the aircraft, of course, already have this in the upper ranks, right? They also added an illumination transmitter to the RDA's Hawk 200 radar over here, which helps, you know, the Skyflash to properly work now. They also fixed, guys, a lot of helicopter radars, basically. Like, for example, not like the radar, but the target tracker, actually, right? So for the A-10s, Apaches, you know, Mi-28s, like many vehicles. Like there's a list that it's just goes on and on. But basically, the trackers for the cameras are gonna be fixed a little bit on the longer ranges, which is pretty good as well. And another change is that they removed the actual target tracker of some of the Leclercs. So it is going to be interesting because a lot of tanks have this, but not the Leclercs apparently. So let me just try to see. Yeah, it's not working as you see. No button is working. So yeah, the Leclercs will not have the target tracker, which is odd, but okay. Another change included the removal of the KH-59 ME and M GNSS guidance. So now it will be just a TV and IOG guidance, which means that it's going to be a little bit harder to lock targets that are very far away, that are not big like a ship or something. These missiles, guys, honestly, they are kind of an anti-ship missile only, okay? Or for big structures or something like that. They're not really made to destroy tanks. To be honest, guys, most of these missiles are not made for destroying tanks, okay? The bigger missiles like this. They're rarely used in real life to destroy like a singular tank. It's not really what they're meant to do, and they're not really worth to actually use in a situation like this. So it makes sense. But so they're kind of a gimmick right now because, of course, the main target that you're going to fire against is tanks, but you get the point, right? So they're going to be a little bit less precise because IOG, of course, has drift, and no updates from GPS systems means that they're going to drift a lot. But yeah, and now you have also for the EBRC Jagger over here, 2 fire rates. So you will have the normal one and then a very slow one, which can be good because this thing has a pretty good ready rec. But once it actually runs out, you need to reload to the ready rec, as you see. It is faster than a proper tank round, like a bigger tank round, but as you can see, it takes a long time, right? So you might actually use these 2 fire modes because of that. They added the new helicopter crew profile icons, as you see over here. So very cool. We already talked about this, but it is still pretty cool to have. And kind of, guys, there is little things here and there, but in a general sense, that's kind of it. The last one that I really wanted to hear with you guys, it is actually the XF5 that you already could get already. The event already kind of is ending already, right? But they added a new sound, so let's see here. Flickering a little bit. Probably that is probably a bug with frame gen. I would assume, or something. Yeah, I would assume. Yeah, but it sounds. I think it's just a naming thing. Okay, but basically these are it, guys. These are the differences that we had from the dev server, the last dev server, to the live server. Nothing too crazy, as you see. So the patch was already pretty ready at the end of the dev server. Okay. So, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and yeah, bye guys. See ya.